For as long as we have studied history, we have been told the same story. Civilization began around 6,000 years ago with the Sumerians. Before that, humanity was primitive, simple, scattered. Hunting, gathering, surviving. Nothing more. But what if that story is incomplete? What if the world before known history was far more complex than we were ever taught? What if entire civilizations rose and fell long before the first recorded kingdom? What if humanity forgot its own past? Today we travel far beyond the boundaries of textbooks. From the frozen deserts of Antarctica to the jungles of the Amazon. From the megaliths of Africa to the remote islands of the Pacific. New discoveries are forcing us to ask questions that were once unthinkable. Who built the ancient structures buried under ice? How did a prehistoric culture design astronomically aligned temples? Who mapped the world long before global navigation existed? And what happened to the civilizations that vanished without leaving a trace? This is not the history you learned in school. This is the story of the world before history began. A forgotten chapter, a missing link, a past waiting to be rediscovered. Chapter 1. The world before the flood. Long before the rise of Egypt, Sumer, or the Indus Valley, the Earth went through a period of extreme climatic instability. Around 12,800 years ago, the planet experienced a sudden temperature crash. Then, just 1,000 years later, a violent warming melted massive ice sheets, raising sea levels all around the world. Traditional history treats this as a simple climate event, but ancient myths from every continent describe it as something else: the Great Flood. It appears in more than 200 cultures: Mesopotamia, Greece, the Maya, ancient China, Aboriginal Australia, the Pacific Islands, Africa. Stories of a powerful world destroyed by water, a world washed clean. For centuries, these stories were dismissed as fiction. But geological evidence aligns perfectly with the timelines described in these myths. This raises a critical question. Were these flood legends memories of a real civilization that existed before the waters rose? And if so, who were the people of that forgotten age? Chapter 2. The Impossible Map. In the year 1529, an old map was discovered in the archives of Istanbul. The map belonged to the Ottoman admiral Piri Reis. What shocked historians was simple. It showed Antarctica without ice, a continent that had been frozen for thousands of years. Yet the map displayed its coastline with precision that should not exist. How did its creator know the shape of a landmass buried under kilometers of ice? Modern satellite surveys confirm that the coastline drawn on the Piri Reis map matches what lies beneath the ice sheet today. This level of accuracy would require advanced navigation and knowledge of global geography, knowledge that should not exist in the 16th century. Historians tried to explain it. Coincidence, guesswork, misinterpretation. But none of these answers make sense. The map was created long before Antarctica was officially discovered, and its precise coastline was unknown until the 20th century. There is only one explanation. Piri Reis copied his map from far older sources. maps created by a civilization that had explored the world long before the first known empires. If such a civilization existed, then who were they? Where did they live? And what happened to them? Chapter 3: Antarctica: Hidden Ruins. Satellite images reveal strange formations beneath the Antarctic ice. Geometric patterns, symmetrical ridges, massive shapes that resemble pyramids. Scientists insist they are natural, but the symmetry looks too perfect to ignore. Ice core samples reveal something even more shocking. Parts of Antarctica were ice-free 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. This timeline matches ancient myths that speak of a great civilization destroyed by water and cold. If a culture lived in Antarctica before the freeze, then rising seas and sudden climate collapse would have buried every trace of them. What if Antarctica is the final resting place of the oldest civilization on Earth? A world erased by nature itself. A chapter of history sealed beneath ice. Chapter 4: The Stone Temples Older Than History. In southeastern Turkey stands a site that rewrites everything we know about human history. Göbekli Tepe, a complex of stone temples built 11,600 years ago, 7,000 years before the pyramids of Egypt, before writing, before agriculture, before cities. Massive T-shaped pillars weighing up to 20 tons each stand arranged in perfect circles. Intricate carvings of animals decorate the stones. There is evidence of astronomical alignment. But at that time, humans were supposed to be simple hunter-gatherers with no advanced tools and no reason to build monuments. Yet someone designed, transported, and carved these massive stones with precision. This means one thing: history is incomplete. Either early humans were far more advanced than we think, or someone taught them. Göbekli Tepe is not just a temple. It is a message from a forgotten age, an age older than history itself. Chapter 5: The Amazon Lost Cities. For centuries, explorers believed the Amazon rainforest was untouched wilderness. But LiDAR scanning has revealed the opposite. Beneath the jungle lies a network of ancient cities, pyramids, roads, massive earthworks, sophisticated water systems, urban centers that rival early civilizations. Some of these structures are 2,000 years old. Others appear far older. Why did these cultures vanish? Why did their cities disappear beneath the jungle? Were they destroyed by climate change? Or was there a deeper, older connection that linked them to a forgotten global civilization? The jungle may be hiding the last surviving echoes of a world that existed before the Great Flood. Chapter 6: Africa: Hidden Megalith Builders. Africa holds some of the world's oldest stone monuments. Many of them are older than the pyramids of Egypt. In the regions of Namibia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe, strange stone circles stretch across vast landscapes. Some have acoustic properties. Some align with celestial events. Others are older than the Sahara Desert itself. These structures were built when the Sahara was still green, over 8,000 years ago. Who built them? Why did they vanish? Where did their knowledge come from? There are no clear answers, only silent stones standing in defiance of our understanding of ancient history. Chapter 7: The Pacific Civilizations That Should Not Exist. In the vast Pacific Ocean, isolated islands hold some of the world's greatest archaeological mysteries. On Easter Island stand the massive moai statues, carved and transported without metal tools. In Micronesia lies Nan Madol, a city built on artificial stone islands. Off the coast of Japan lie the submerged terraces of Yonaguni, carved with unnatural precision. These cultures were isolated by thousands of miles of ocean. Yet their engineering achievements suggest a shared inheritance, a knowledge passed down from a much older maritime civilization. A civilization that may have mastered the oceans long before any known culture. Chapter 8: The Sunken World. If ancient civilizations existed before the rise of Egypt or Sumer, then their greatest cities would lie underwater today. During the end of the last ice age, sea levels rose more than 100 meters. Entire coastlines vanished. Islands disappeared. Ancient ports drowned beneath the rising seas. Around the world, divers have discovered ruins that should not exist. Near India, a massive ancient city lies beneath the sea, larger than modern Manhattan. Near Japan, huge stone terraces rise from the ocean floor, carved with impossible accuracy. In the Mediterranean, ancient harbors rest deep below the waves. But the greatest mystery lies in the Atlantic. Off the coasts of Europe and Africa, explorers have found the foundations of a vast sunken settlement. Not a village, not a town, but the remains of a lost maritime empire. Was this the world that inspired the story of Atlantis, a world destroyed by rising seas? Chapter 9: Global Flood Memory and Atlantis. Plato wrote of Atlantis over 2,000 years ago, a powerful civilization advanced in astronomy, engineering, and architecture, a world that vanished in a single catastrophic event. Most historians dismiss Atlantis as myth, but flood stories appear in cultures across the globe. Europe, Africa, Asia, the Americas, all describe a golden age world destroyed by water, survivors escaping to higher lands, fragments of knowledge carried into the next age. Some ancient sites show sudden destruction, sediment layers, charcoal deposits, signs of violent flooding that match the timing of the Ice Age meltwater pulses. Maybe Atlantis was not one city. Maybe it was an entire network of coastal civilizations erased by rising seas. Chapter 10: Ancient Knowledge That Should Not Exist. Across the world, ancient people possessed knowledge far beyond their supposed level. Stone Age cultures tracked stars with mathematical precision. Hunter-gatherers built megaliths aligned with the heavens. Early societies mastered calendars more accurate than some modern systems. Where did this knowledge come from? It may not have been invented. It may have been inherited, passed down from survivors of an older world, fragments of science preserved through myth and ritual. A memory older than civilization. Chapter 11: The Global Pyramid Connection. From Egypt to Sudan, From Mexico to Peru, from China to Indonesia, pyramids rise across the world. Different cultures separated by oceans, yet building the same shape. Coincidence or inheritance? Many pyramids share identical alignments to stars, similar proportions, hidden chambers, resonance properties, and measurements connected to the planet itself. These similarities point to one thing: a forgotten blueprint, a knowledge older than history. Chapter 12: The Carved Stones That Defy Explanation. Around the world, stones weighing hundreds of tons were carved and moved with precision. In South America, megalith blocks fit so perfectly that a blade cannot slide between them. In Egypt, granite was shaped as if it were clay. In Turkey, sites older than agriculture show advanced craftsmanship. There are no records of the tools, no evidence of the systems needed to build such structures. The knowledge appears suddenly and disappears suddenly, as if it belonged to a civilization that rose and fell before recorded history. Chapter 13: Artifacts Out of Time. Some artifacts do not fit into the official timeline. Metal spheres, billions of years old, with carved grooves. Ancient batteries built long before electricity. Optical lenses created thousands of years before modern science. Most archaeologists dismiss them, but these anomalies tell a deeper story. Humanity may have risen before, lost everything, then risen again. Chapter 14: Cultures That Appeared from Nowhere. Some civilizations appear fully formed with advanced knowledge from the very beginning. Egypt, Sumer, the Olmec. These cultures emerge suddenly, with writing, astronomy, architecture, and mathematics already developed. It is as if they inherited knowledge from an earlier world, a blueprint carried by survivors of a forgotten age. Chapter 15: The Star Maps of Ancient People. Many ancient sites align with stars in ways that do not match their construction period. The Sphinx aligns to a sky that existed over 10,000 years ago. African stone circles track stars with modern accuracy. Australian oral traditions describe cosmic events older than recorded history. These star maps may be memories from a world long vanished. Chapter 16: The Hidden Global Network. When you draw lines between ancient sites, a pattern emerges. Great circle routes, maritime pathways, geometric grids that mirror modern navigation systems. Coincidence? Or evidence of a global civilization that once connected the world before history began. Chapter 17: The Event That Erased Everything. At the end of the Ice Age, the world changed violently. Glaciers melted, sea levels surged, weather spiraled out of control. Some researchers suggest massive floods from collapsing ice dams. Others point to a comet or solar event. Whatever happened, it wiped out civilizations near coasts. Cities vanished, knowledge disappeared, survivors scattered. Humanity was forced to begin again in a world transformed. This is the hidden story behind our past. Not a slow climb, but a cycle of rise, collapse, and rebirth. A story older than history. Chapter 18: the survivors of the forgotten world. For thousands of years after the Great Floods, scattered groups of humans struggled to rebuild. Some lived in caves. Some formed small villages. Some wandered across continents searching for fertile land. But among them were survivors who carried memories, fragments of an older world, knowledge of astronomy, understanding of stone construction, stories of a time when their ancestors lived differently, more advanced, more connected. These survivors became the seeds of future civilizations. They passed down stories of destruction and renewal, of a world swallowed by water, of cities lost beneath the waves, of teachers who came from the sky or across the sea. These stories were not myths, they were memories. With each generation, the details blurred. Science turned into symbolism. Technology turned into legend. But the essence survived. And in time, these fragments blossomed into the earliest cultures we know today. Egypt, Sumer, China, Mesoamerica, the Andes, the Pacific, each carrying a piece of an older puzzle. Chapter 19. The rise of the first new civilizations. As the climate stabilized, small settlements grew into villages. Villages grew into towns. Towns grew into the first great cities. In the fertile valleys of the Tigris and Euphrates, the Sumerians built temples and canals. In the Nile Valley, Egyptians erected monumental structures. In the Indus region, advanced cities appeared with surprising precision and planning. But what shocked historians was the speed. Writing appeared suddenly. Astrology appeared suddenly. Agriculture transformed almost overnight. Architecture advanced with impossible speed. It was as if the blueprint for civilization was already there, waiting, remembered, rebuilt from the ashes of the forgotten world. These early civilizations did not start from zero. They reawakened. Chapter 20. The Mystery of Sudden Genius. Throughout history, bursts of extraordinary knowledge appear exactly when humanity needed to rebuild. The invention of writing, the birth of astrology, complex calendars, sudden mastery of stone architecture, advanced navigation. These breakthroughs arrived not gradually, but abruptly, like memories resurfacing, like truths rediscovered. Ancient texts confirm this pattern. The Sumerians said their knowledge was given by the gods. Egyptian dynasties credited followers of Horus. The Maya spoke of teachers who came after the darkness. Polynesian navigators believed their wisdom came from an earlier age. These were not gods. They were people, survivors of the forgotten world. Their descendants preserved fragments of genius that sparked the rebirth of civilization. Chapter 21. Traces of a worldwide culture. Across continents, patterns emerge that are too precise to ignore. Pyramids with shared geometry. Cities aligned to identical constellations. Myths describing the same global flood. universal symbols of the sun, the serpent, and the world tree. Calendars tracking celestial cycles with impossible accuracy. Artifacts that resemble each other across vast distances. Individually, each anomaly can be dismissed. Coincidence, chance, myth. But together, they form a picture. A global memory. A shared inheritance. Evidence of an ancient network that connected the world long before written history. Not an empire, not a kingdom, but a civilization that thrived before the flood. Chapter 22. The unsolved structures that defy time. Even with modern tools, some ancient constructions remain nearly impossible to recreate. Precision-cut granite blocks in Egypt, seamless walls of Cusco and Sacsayhuaman, the colossal platforms of Baalbek, the Moai statues of Easter Island, the underwater terraces of Yonaguni, astronomical temples of Malta, stone spheres of Costa Rica, cyclopean walls of Greece and Italy, the monoliths of Nabta Playa. Many appear older than the civilizations credited for building them. Some show advanced engineering. Some bear marks of unknown tools. Some show signs of catastrophic destruction. Archaeologists offer theories, but no final answers. Perhaps these structures were not built by the civilizations we know. Perhaps they survived from an older world lost to the Great Flood. Chapter 23. The knowledge hidden in mythology. Myths are not just stories. They are memories encoded across time. Warnings, lessons, reminders from ancestors who survived catastrophe. Nearly every ancient culture speaks of a time before the flood. A golden age, a world of giants, a time when humans lived differently, a sudden destruction that erased everything. The Maya called it the previous sun. The Greeks called it the Age of Titans. The Norse called it Ragnarok. Polynesians spoke of a world swallowed by the sea. Egyptians remembered Zep-Tepi, the first time. These myths are not fiction. They are fragmented records of a forgotten past. If decoded, they may reveal truths lost for thousands of years. Chapter 24. A planet transformed. After the floods, Earth changed into a new world. Coastlines shifted, continents reshaped, ecosystems transformed. Fertile lands became deserts. Forests grew over ancient cities. Ice swallowed once habitable regions. This explains many mysteries. Why ruins lie underwater. Why deserts hold remnants of ancient cultures. Why old maps show coastlines that do not exist today. Why myths describe violent geological change. Humanity did not forget its past. The world changed. Cities drowned. Libraries were destroyed. Knowledge was erased. We live on the ruins of two civilizations, the one we know and the one we barely remember.
Chapter 25. The Quest for the Truth. Modern science is uncovering evidence that challenges the traditional timeline. LiDAR revealing hidden jungle cities, ice cores proving rapid climate swings, underwater sonar mapping drowned coastlines, satellite imagery exposing geometric formations, ancient DNA reshaping migration patterns, artifacts revising our understanding of technology. Each discovery brings us closer to the forgotten world, but many questions remain. How advanced were they? How widespread was their influence? What technologies did they master? How did they navigate the oceans? And what caused their downfall? We stand on the edge of a historic revelation, a rewriting of human origins, a rediscovery of our true past. The answers lie in jungles, deserts, mountains, oceans, and ice, waiting to be found. Chapter 26. What really happened? Evidence reveals a striking truth. Long before recorded history, humanity reached a high level of development. Not industrial, not modern, but advanced in ways we are only beginning to understand. They built cities on coastlines now underwater. They mapped the world accurately. They understood the heavens deeply. They built monuments that defy explanation. Then, catastrophe struck. Sea levels rose, climate collapsed, civilizations fell, knowledge vanished. Survivors carried fragments into the next age, and over generations, these fragments grew into the first known civilizations. This is why early societies appear suddenly advanced. This is why global flood myths exist. This is why pyramids and megaliths appear everywhere. Humanity did not begin 6,000 years ago. It restarted. Chapter 27. The Return of the Ancient Cycle. Ancient cultures believed history moves in cycles: growth, destruction, rebirth. The Maya tracked cosmic cycles over thousands of years. Hindu texts describe repeating world ages. Greek philosophers wrote about recurring eras of man. Egyptian priests taught that civilization rises and falls repeatedly. Perhaps the forgotten world was not the first. Perhaps it was only the last cycle before ours. If so, humanity is part of a much longer story, a story written across millennia, a story of resilience, rebirth, and rediscovery. Chapter 28.